Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's the E-commerce Minute, episode 283.
In today's episode, CallPage lets you call your site visitors.
The age-old question in e-commerce is, why did that customer leave my site? Features like pop-ups, chatbots, and abandoned cart emails only serve half the purpose. They may get the customer's attention, but the question remains unanswered. Why? Polish startup CallPage may have the answer. CallPage was started when founders Ross Knapp, Sergey Butko, and Andrew Chakiv were also feeling the frustration of exiting visitors. As consultants, they experimented with concepts and solutions after hours and realized maybe just talking to the customer might be the way to go. CallPage states on its website, "We believe that unifying human conversation and technology has changed the world of sales." CallPage CEO Ross Knapp explained the app to TechCrunch like this, quote, "Our widget analyzes user behavior on your website. Then when it sees an interested visitor, it offers a free callback in 28 seconds. The interested visitor leaves a phone number on your site. Our widget calls to the first available manager's mobile phone and the next one if no one picks up. After the conversation, the client will receive an SMS of thanks. It doesn't require any work," end quote. Currently, the startup has over 3,000 customers like UPC, Metacover, Carl Travel, and Virgin, and makes 280,000 calls monthly. The company claims to have served a total of 2 million customers, with 800,000 of them being EU citizens. CallPage.
Paging Dr. Suter?
So when I first saw this, I thought, oh, another annoying pop-up, another annoying chat bot. This puts kind of a different spin on it. And I think, and I'll say what I think, and then I'll hear what you have to say about it. I think this would work with a certain type of e-commerce site where maybe it's a bigger ticket item and there may be questions in terms of, how does this work? How is this delivered? What exactly is this thing? I think this would be a good investment for an e-commerce site who has kind of tricky sales. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of bots and things like that. Like I prefer to talk to just a bot or a chat thing because I can do other things and like understand where this is coming from. And I guess high ticket items or anything that you want to like, I think this might skew a little more older.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I think, but I might be wrong. I mean, some people want to figure out how things work and things like that. So this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, some people still want the human touch. They want to speak to a human. They want to know. And I've been reading a lot of articles lately about you get a lot of these small startups or these small clothing companies, which I'm kind of into. And what the experts in air quotes always say is you have to build trust. And I think one way to build trust is to build back in the human element. I think people are so used to just seeing the digital page, and it's as fraud has gotten so much worse. Trust and SEO are like the two big things that site owners should kind of focus on. And I think this kind of brings an element of trust. And like I said, if this is a big ticket item, you'd certainly want to, if it was the difference between a customer leaving the site and going, I don't know about this, or just having maybe a 5-minute conversation, I think this is worth it.
Yeah, I think it's better than like trying to call a customer service number and ask them. At least this one will follow sort of where it is, but so sure. I think it's a little more tech and into some human touch. It's just great.
Yeah. So CallPage claims you get 75% more sales from visitors and get an extra 30 to 125% leads on the phone. Now, I don't know if they're using the numbers to spam SMS or something like that. There's probably got to be some kind of opt-in thing. But what's neat is each time you use CallPage, when you have CallPage installed on your site, it'll send you a recording of your conversation so you can analyze the customer behavior, and that gets put right into your CRM. The good thing is it's like it integrates with your existing CRM, so you can use it with Google Analytics, HubSpot, Salesforce, Slack, Pipedrive, WooCommerce, Zapier, and even Shopify. So
Yep. Cool.
Pretty cool. So that's CallPage. The site is callpage.io. Go check them out. And there's also a little video on our website, ecommerceminute.co, where you'll find full show notes and previous episodes. Got anything else, Bart?
No, that's it.
All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @SumoHeavy.